今回はこちらのチャンネルでも以前から紹介しています大谷と山本について熱く語りすぎてしまうニューヨークメッツのキャスターサマンサさんとアシュリーさんがワールドシリーズ第3戦のレビューとしてまたも大谷と山本について熱く語っている動画がありましたので見ていきたいと思います。この試合18回にも及ぶ大延長の死闘となっており、前の試合で完投勝利をした山本投手がブルペンで肩を作り出したことについての心配や大谷選手の翌日の先発ピッチャーとしての疲労についてまで心配しており、面白い内容となっています。
I mean, Ohtani gets on base like 8 times. That's a record in a postseason game. In any game, it might as well be a record. That's like you could get on base 8 times and it would be a good series. At some point, they just stopped pitching to him. Then I almost freaked out there at the end in like the 17th inning because they finally do pitch to him. I was like, oh my God, the Blue Jays surrendered, but it was fine. Um, I mean, the intentional walks, just the very sight on the broadcast of Yamamoto getting up to come into the game. The guy threw 105 pitches yesterday. I guess 2 days ago at this point because it's after midnight. But like, what are you talking about? Yamamoto's going to come into the game. Like, first of all, when they said on the broadcast that Dave Roberts might bring in a position player, I was like, well, don't do that. You can't do that. You have to do anything but do that. But like, how about Blake Snell, for instance? Like, it really was honest to God going to be Yamamoto.
No, I mean, he was literally warming up. Well, let's just take a beat on both the things that you said. Okay, so Freeman, we recap that. Absolutely incredible.
Incredible cinema.
Ohtani, insane again. I mean, 4 at-bats, 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 RBI, 2 home runs. I actually didn't even realize he had 2 home runs. What? And then like you said, they literally just freaking, at some point they're like, you know what, we should probably intentionally walk him. And you know what? I'm sure that's a part of the reason why this game lasted 18 innings. But the kind of stuff like he's doing night in and night out is why I feel like we said even a few games ago, like, listen, I'd be the first person to tell you that he's had a couple really good playoff games from a hitting standpoint, but they haven't all been that way. But it's like if he's trouble, your entire team is in trouble. You know what I mean? Like the whole game's different. You also mentioned Yamamoto. Let's take a beat on that for a second. I need everyone to understand something, which you all know, unless you were at the game, and then you'll know soon. But if you're watching on TV, you know that Yamamoto volunteered himself. Talk about a likable human being, okay?
Talk about a superhuman. I mean, like, the guy's arm has to hurt. He threw 105 pitches complete game in game 2. That's why I said Blake Snell. All right, Blake Snell's already got, at least has another day of rest in him. Yamamoto volunteering himself for that is so insane. I can't even begin to wrap my mind around it. And then let's talk about just another pitching situation here. The fact that Shohei Ohtani is going to get out there in what? 15, 16 hours at this point. He is the starting pitcher in game 4. I saw Curt Schilling, because, you know, Twitter never has a better time than during these types of sporting event experiences. Curt Schilling on Twitter was being like, a pitcher's brain right now is like, Ohtani's up there, he's on base for the 8th time, he's doing whatever, he's in the game. And Shane Bieber is going to pitch for the Blue Jays tomorrow. And he was like, Bieber's probably back at the hotel asleep, which I have no idea if that's true. But obviously, teams often send their future starter to like go get more rest, travel ahead of the team, whatever. And I thought that was a really interesting point by Schilling, though, because regardless, right, Bieber's not playing in this game. So regardless, Ohtani's out there running around the base paths, and he's going to be starting game 4 in like 2 hours at this point.
He was like, I'm going to go, like I heard in the post-game interview, he's like, I'm going to go get as much sleep as possible and try to be in bed early. Like,
As
no
possible.
kidding. No kidding, you know? I'm going to try and do that too. If they interviewed me, I would have said the same thing, but I don't have to pitch in a World Series game. So good luck to him.
いかがでしたでしょうか。それではこちらの動画を見た現地の方のコメントを紹介します。New podcast name When I became a Dodgers fan。 新たな番組名、私がドジャースファンになった瞬間。この番組、お伝えした通り Why am I Mets fan で私がメッツのファンである理由なんですが、このお二人ドジャースについて熱く語りすぎて、君たちドジャースファンだよね的ないじりを待たされてますね。 Impressed you guys stayed up to the end。 この動画配信されたのが試合直後で、この方たちはメッツのキャスターであることからニューヨーク在住であり、そうなると試合終了したのが現地時間で朝の3時ぐらいになるんですよね。朝まで試合を見続けるなんてドジャース愛にあふれるお二人ですね。 こちらのお二人については今後もチェックしていきたいので、気になる方はチャンネル登録をよろしくお願いします。それでは今回の動画はここまでです。ご視聴ありがとうございました。